All right, so check it out, hockey fans. The Boston Bruins fire coach Jim Montgomery, after a slow start in the regular season, follows playoff disappointments as well. Okay, so Jim Montgomery is a very good NHL quote or coach, excuse me, says the quote here. And an even better person, General Manager Don Sweeney said in a news release announcing the move. Our team's inconsistency and performance in the first 20 games of the 24-25 season has been concerning and below how the Bruins want to reward our fans. Assistant Joe Sacco, who led the Colorado Avalanche to 130 wins and 134 losses, 40 ties. Not so good, just kind of below 500 with the wins losses there. Not very good there, in my opinion. But with that record from 2009 to 2014, and was a finalist for Coach of the Year in his first season. Okay. Will lead the Bruins on an interim basis. Um, and the rest of the quote here, I believe Joe Sacco has the coaching experience to bring the players and the team back to focusing on the consistent effort the NHL requires to have success. Sweeney said, "We will continue to work to make the necessary adjustments to meet the standard and performance our supportive fans expect." And the Boston Bruins, I haven't been watching hockey at all. I like watching the hockey fights lately. But back in the day, I used to be a big fan of the NHL, right? And I've always known the Bruins to be a threat to win the Stanley Cup, like all the time. Now, their record may not always meet that when their seasons end, but uh, definitely a great franchise, all right, and always a threat. And I don't have no video to play with this, so that's why I'm just reading this to get it out of the way. We'll get into the breakdown. Okay. As you know, NHL not so popular, but still it needs to be covered. Uh, Montgomery, age 55, was fired 20 games into his third season in Boston, okay? And a day after a 5-1 loss to Columbus, in which the Bruins allowed two shorthanded goals, he leaves with a 8-9-3 record. And if you don't know, as I mentioned, those are just I think they used to have, I think those are just ties maybe, or overtime losses. I can't remember. But 8-9-3. I think they got rid of the overtime losses ones. So I'm not sure. Maybe we'll look at that. But an 8-9-3 record this season. So again, just under 500 in the win loss column. Not that great in my opinion. But Jim Montgomery also, it says 180, 84, and 33 mark in his career. That's great right there. Okay, that's really good. But which also included one plus season in Dallas. Okay, so now that's out of the way. If you made it this far, this is what you've been waiting for. Look at the birthday for Jim Montgomery here, June 30th, 1969. Now, I do these breakdowns daily, and I know that's Mike Tyson's birthday. Okay, so Tyson loses the scripted fight, right? The world is a stage. And then he's got the same birthday as that guy who gets fired. Okay, so I think that's a great piece to start with. And so this was his last game he coached. The Blue Jackets beat the Bruins 5-1 in Boston. Okay, look, again, it's just hockey, but you're still gonna get the language in there. Blue, like Democrat blue, with all of the political energy dangling around, right? So, we've been getting a lot of red, but remember there's a new counter site to X, Twitter, and it's called Blue Sky, if I'm not mistaken. Blue, like Democrat, Dodger Blue World Series. Anyways, and you get the Christopher Columbus connection as well with scripted history. Columbus Blue Jackets. Think about that, okay, with the symbolism. So that's his final game. They lose 5-1. He gets fired. What are the odds? Boston Bruins equals 51 in the reduction cipher. Okay? And assistant Joe Sacco, who led the Avalanche, right there. I think I read this earlier. Uh, right here. Now he's going to take over on an interim basis. Okay? So look at his birthday. It's the fourth day of the second month. Okay? And this is announced that he's going to take over as the head coach on the day leaving 42 days. Not only that, his name equals 42. Joseph Sacco. Fired equals 42. And Jim Montgomery gets fired. And you see right there, was fired Tuesday. Joe Sacco here takes over. You see his full name, even right there. Okay? And look, check this out. Look, 4 months, 4 months, 2 weeks, and some change after Jim Montgomery's birthday. He gets fired. You see that right there? You get the 4 and the 2 again that connects with Joe Sacco, who's taking over. And then Joseph Sacco fired. Both equal 42. I forgot to mention. I look at ice hockey coach 114 like Joseph Sacco in the ordinal cipher. Forwards with the alphabet. Not my opinion. This isn't something like, oh, let me write some fake script today. No, I'm just showing you the script that's hitting the trending news, okay? Look at the 57, even Puck and Joseph Sacco, okay? And I mean, Montgomery fired on the day, leaving 42 days. Look at this. Like I said, 4 months, 2 weeks, and some change after Jim Montgomery's birthday, the Tyson birthday. Even the Boston Bruins, the team has been in existence since 1924. Okay? You get the 2 and the 4. Again, Joe Sacco's birthday, February 4th. You see like that? And, or look at it right to left. The 42, right? Okay, so you tell me if you think that's a coincidence, okay? So, since I'm here, the Boston Bruins are a professional ice hockey team based in Boston. The Bruins compete in the NHL, obviously, as a member of the Atlantic Division in the Eastern Conference. Atlantic Division, I mean, that's interesting because we're getting a lot of Atlanta energy, just with the language. I know, like, the young thug stuff going on over there, and Atlanta, Georgia with politics and the Bushes. And there's more stories like that. But, anyways, we found that 24 right there, and I didn't even want to catch it because I already had the decode done. All right, but I'm like, damn, I gotta add it. Look who's up next. I believe this is today. I don't think this has started yet, but I put this together yesterday. Look at Utah Hockey Club. The Bruins will host in their next game today. Now, look at that. Hockey Club equals 42. Okay? And let me go to the calculator, let me stop that momentum real quick and just look. This is just the free website slash calculator, and you see it right there, hockey club 42, and that's the cipher right there. It's really not difficult. Reduce at the 10th letter, okay? And 1 plus 0 is 1, okay? I've said this a lot. K is the 11th letter, 1 plus 1 is 2. That's how you reduce it, and it's the same thing in reverse. Right there. You know what I just caught that's amazing? Utah, the next opponent for Boston, they came from Arizona. I'm out here in Arizona. They were the Arizona Coyotes. They moved to Utah. Now we don't have a team. That's amazing because they moved to Utah. Now they're the Utah Hockey Club. I'm hoping that's temporary. But, anyways, look at 105 and 42. Just like Arizona equals 105 and 42 with that move. And look at the 48. Even Arizona's the 48th state connected with this move to Utah. That's amazing. This even connects as well, but I'll just leave that out for now. It's not as amazing, the 165. And even Arizona equals 84. So check this out. I'm getting excited here. Arizona, you see the 84, the 48 reflection. There's the 105, and there's the 42. Again, the Arizona Coyotes move to Utah and become the Utah Hockey Club. And look at that connection right there. And Arizona's the 48th state. I think I mentioned that, but amazing. Okay, so I wanted to just show you, and that was on the fly. So I wanted to show you that was two birds, one stone. Okay, you get to witness the calculator, Gematria 85. It's a fact how that all adds up. And at the same time, I connect with the decode. So you see that right there. All right. Make sure I didn't skip no slides. And it's the next opponent. Jim Montgomery gets fired against Columbus. Now they play Utah today. And look, fire equals Utah Hockey Club. So how does this just line up every day like this? Um, it's amazing, simply amazing. I'm doing this for all the right reasons. I'm doing this from the heart. I've been deceived. Okay, we can get over it, right? But something's got to give here. You understand? I'm not doing this for money. Hey, it would be great, wouldn't it? But I can't deceive anybody. I just want to give you this knowledge, right? Think about it. So, Utah Hockey Club, fire like 70, okay, with this firing. Jim Montgomery, Joe Sacco takes over. Even Utah equals 50, like fire coach, the next opponent. And look at how it connects, even in Boston and Utah 22. So it really does expose. Look at this. I mean, even Canadian ice hockey coach Jim Montgomery. Okay, I need to look. We'll pull up the page here, but ice hockey coach, 2 out of the 4 ciphers, 69 with both, 66 with both. Look how it matches. And he gets fired, but look, he's born in 69. Remember, he has the Tyson birthday, okay? And, Tyson with the loss to Jake Paul. Jake Paul has the same birthday as Michelle Obama, with, again, all of the political energy, right? So, let's pull him up. Let's pull up Tyson. And Tyson's born in 66. Let's pull up Tyson. There's his birthday right there. And he picks up the loss. Look, he's born in Brooklyn. You get the B like Boston Bruins as well. You know what? They may have a guy. Look at how his middle name's Gerard. I don't want to go super deep on this, but Oh, I thought there may have been a Gerard on Boston. There's a Claude Giroux, or there was, but that's not really close. All right, so I just wanted to. Is it Claude Giroux? Let's see. Oh, he's a forward. I don't know if he was on Boston. Oh, he was on the Flyers, I think. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, let's go back over here. So you can see at one point I was kind of caught up in being a hockey fan. So that goes along with the deception. But look at that. You see how that matches up there. Okay? I didn't find out really about this code till like age 36, roughly 37. I started to wake up for real when I was in prison for 1243 days. That's when I started. I had some time to think, and then about, bettering myself the right ways, keep to the basics and such. But anyways, that's when I started waking up a little bit as soon as I got released. Um, I like YouTube. I was raised. I like YouTube with the into the era of the phones and the apps. YouTube's got to be the one I would utilize most. Obviously, this video uploaded to YouTube, right? But anyways, that's when this stuff started hitting my algorithm, I guess you could say. Is that like the trendy word now? But the homepage on your YouTube, right? More videos about exposing this truth came about, and now it's a different type of truth now with the whole selection, right? But anyways, um, yeah, I was 36. I'm 43 now, so 7 years or so, so deceived a long time, right? Anyways, look, Boston Bruins in the reverse cipher equals 79. Okay? And look at the Columbus Blue Jackets record, the next opponent, right? 7 wins, 9 losses. So that's at least three just build on connections. Okay? Right there, just connected with the next team, right? Even with that 42 going back to Sacco there and his birthday and the firing on the day leaving 42, 4 weeks, 4 months, 2 weeks, 6 days after Jim Montgomery's birthday, all of that. So some nice connections there. Okay, and hey, you're fired, and that connects with politics as well, doesn't it? Think about it. And that's something that just the general public you would think would see. So I appreciate y'all being here. It doesn't matter what the story is. Um, it's always by the narrative, agenda based, connections with other trending stories. And you see, he's age 55 as well. But you see top stories right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. And is there anything new here? And is the game underway? Don Sweeney rejects theory about Bruins firing Jim Montgomery. 6 potential landing spots for Jim Montgomery. Okay. Uh, but yeah, Joe Sacco takes over. Right? Joseph Sacco. All right. So, Canadian professional ice hockey coach, former player. Who did he play for? Who did Jim Montgomery play for?
According to official Boston Bruins website, Boston Bruins, he played professionally for 12 seasons over 4 leagues in addition to stints in Germany and Russia. He had 9 goals and 25 assists for 34 points in 122 NHL games with St. Louis, Montreal, Philadelphia, San Jose, and Dallas.
All right. Cool. And Joe Sacco? How many teams did Joe Sacco play for?
According to official Boston Bruins website, Boston Bruins. The native of Medford, MA was a fourth-round draft pick of the Toronto Maple Leafs out of Boston University.
All right. All right, so I'll call it at that. If you made it this far, definitely appreciate you. Undeniable connections, even with hockey in the NHL. And there's another hat trick video coming up. I don't know how to say his last name yet. Is it Mark Scheffel or Scheifel, something like that? But he has a hat trick. We just had another hat trick recently, and watch how it's going to connect all by the numbers. So, Bruins fire coach Jim Montgomery after slow start in regular season, follows playoff disappointments. Let me look that up real quick and see if Google will explain Jim Montgomery's playoff disappointments. Montgomery was fired 20 games, so they don't really go into it. What was the Bruins record last season?
According to Wikipedia, the 2022-23 season saw the Bruins make history, achieving 65 wins and 135 points, the most wins and points by a
Oh,
team
so
ever,
they ain't
for a
playing
fourth
around?
President's Trophy title. However, they got upset in the first round of the playoffs by the Florida Panthers after blowing a 3-1 series lead.
Right, and the Panthers defending Stanley Cup champions. All right. So, yeah, like I said, a successful team. Bruins record 21-22 season. Let's see. Oh,
The Bruins are in fifth
2021.
place in the Atlantic Division with a total of 19 points.
2022. All right. Oh, they're just giving me this year. Okay, that's okay. All right, so I know I might have went a little long on this video, but all right, it's not giving me the. Oh, right here. Let's do this. Look at 80, 51 and 26. That's good in 21-22. And then again, that 135 points is amazing right there. Let's go back to 19 right here. Just look, 100 points. Oh, anyway, sounds like I may have to go. I appreciate y'all. So again, a successful team, and this guy's gone by the numbers. So Bruins fire coach Jim Montgomery after slow start in regular season. You're fired. Okay. Joe Sacco takes over, follows playoff disappointments. All right, y'all. So I'll catch you. I'm going live tonight. A to Z decodes. Check the link. The link's on the homepage. A to Z decodes. Going live tonight. Click on it. Do like, share, all of that. All right. Peace. Until then.